So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about my Hawk5. I fly Turnigy Evolution. So since I fly Turnigy Evolution, I ran into a little issue of I don't have a receiver that's going to fit in my Hawk5 because of how small it is. With the stack and everything, it's designed to be ran with an FrSky receiver, but I did pick up a receiver that should fit. It's about the same size as an FrSky. I mean, it's a little bit bigger, but it is the Flit10 from Happy Model. And this little guy, it's tiny, full range, and we should be good to go. I'm gonna install this. I've already removed my receiver that was in there. It won't work if you solder it on the same spot that the other receiver is soldered on at. So let's get started. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the top plate. So as you can see here, I've removed the receiver. And that's already been done just to speed up the process of this video. I didn't want to have to waste any time doing that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to tin up where I'm going to be soldering on my leads. So, number one. Before we solder anything, before we do anything, you see this is masking tape. What we're going to do is we're going to cover up our components, these boards, as good as we can to block any splatter. When you solder, you do have splatter come off from the flux. So it's best to cover up the components that are around where you are soldering. Take it serious. Don't think it's a joke. If you screw up and you ruin your brand new drone, it's the last thing you want to have happen. So what we're doing is we're just tinning this up real fast. It doesn't take a lot of solder. If you look, this plugs in like so. So this brown wire here, we don't need. We're going to remove this brown wire and we're going to cut this end off. This guy is not going to need to be very long, so I'm going to cut this pretty short. Go about right there. I'm just pinching off a little bit of the housing here. This prep is everything. Tin these little wires here, and we're going to put these on this Hawk5. We're going to go set it up on the computer. I'm shaking, don't mind me. From right to left, you have ground, 5-volt, RX3, TX3, and that's what I've tinned. I'm going to trim these wires so they're just the right length to be soldered on there. To be completely honest, it's super hard to see what I'm doing here with the camera. I don't even know if I got that on there. I think I did. This is going to be a horrible soldering job, but you guys will get the gist of it. It's so difficult. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this tape off now, so I don't need to solder anything else. All my soldering is done now. Pull off the tape, you take a look at it, make sure that everything looks good. Give it a couple of tugs. This receiver, as you can see, it fits in here either way, like so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some hot glue, or I'm going to take some foam tape, and I'm going to build up a little support on this outside square here. Okay. Like I said, just to keep this thing in place. Antenna supports are in. Okay, just going to make sure that this is going to fit. A little snug, so we're going to stretch it out a little bit. What we're going to do is we're going to trim this zip tie. So the reason I'm doing this, sizing this guy up, stretched him. I'm going to take this all the way to the end there. And voila. Get it all going here. Yeah, I still use a lighter, so that's why I do it. catch. There. Receiver install is done. Maybe some hot glue on there will be good, because the bind is all the way in the center. If you see that, the bind is this little teeny tiny guy right here, right there. That's your bind button. All right, guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna button this all up. I'm gonna put some hot glue on here. I'm gonna get back to you. So I hot glued this. I ended up putting my antenna out the top. I like it. It looks cool. So anyways, we're finished, guys. We're finished. I'm just gonna go hook it up to the computer, and I'm gonna set up for UART3. Show you guys what to do for setting up your receiver. Looks like it comes ready to go. It's got 3.2.2. We're just waiting for everything to load here. Let's go to configuration, see what we have here. Okay. I'm not going to mess with much. All I'm going to do is go to here, see it's set up for S-Bus, so we're going to change that to I-Bus. So we're using an I-Bus receiver. And we're going to save and reboot. Reconnect. And we're going to go into ports next. So with ports, since we changed it from UART1 to UART3, so we're going to turn off UART1 on serial RX. We're going to turn on UART3 for serial RX. We're going to save and reboot. Okay. I'm going to press connect again because mine isn't opening, obviously. And let's take a look and make sure that the configuration is saved. Okay. Running a little slow today. It's got to be my computer. It's still set up under I-Bus. So I'm going to go to modes. So my arm is on aux1. I want that on aux3. Do not want angle mode. Take my beeper on aux2. So she is ready to fly, and I'm going to add a pre-arm. I do like a pre-arm on aux1. Put that up here. Click save. She's saving or not. And I don't want this there, I want it here. Alright, so we've got that from saved, and I'm going to do a CLI dump now that I have everything set up the way I want it. You just come to CLI and you type in dump and click enter. So what you want to do is you want to highlight all this. You want to take all of this and save this, or copy this and paste it in a text file or in a Word document. Before you do anything, like if you do want to update your Betaflight from like 3.2, you say you want to do like 3.3, whatever the latest one is, you're going to want to take all of these PID settings, everything that it's got set in the CLI dump that I'm copying it. So what I'm doing is I'm taking it all the way to dump. And the reason I'm doing that is so I have a copy of everything that's been done to this, especially for like the UART mapping and stuff like that. If there's any UART mapping that I don't know about from a ready to fly, you want to have that just easily so you can just go in. So now we're going to disconnect. Since the quad's set up, I'm going to open a file here. We're going to do a text document. Open the text document. We're going to paste. We're going to save as, I'm going to call it Hawk5. CLI. And click save so that we know that it's saved. Well, that's it, guys. So that's all I'm going to show you. That's going to conclude this video. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Enjoy flying your Hawk5, and I hope this video could help you with getting your Hawk5 set up so you can actually get out there and go fly.